Hello friends, today we'll have some discussion about question and answers regarding practical session 1. Okay, the day before yesterday we are having a practical session uh, about introduction of map in which we are having some sort of questions from students. Okay, I have here two questions from students. I'll solve them one by one. I'll try to give the answer of them step by step. Okay, so we'll move further to have a look on the first question. So the first question is, what is the difference between topographical map and cadastral map? Okay, so here I would like to tell you there is no as such difference between these two kind of map as we see initially them. Okay, but if we uh, get into the structure of that particular both of the map, then we find some sort of differences. Both the maps are available in hard copy as well as soft copy. Then what is the difference between them? So here it is. In topographic maps, the contour lines are used to show the elevation and shape of the land. This feature distinguishes topographic maps from all the other kinds of maps. Topographic maps are essential instruments for the variety of monitoring and planning activities compatibility of topographic mapping services. Okay, so these kind of maps, these topographical maps are generally used in hard copy as well as in soft copy, but in very less manner. But the very prominent feature which is having in this map, that is contour lines. What are the contour lines? I'll show you here. I have a topographical map over here. Okay, I'll just zoom it out. Okay, just make it fit into the size. So here it is the title. It is the Maharashtra state map. Okay, it is having a number of 47 f by 14. Then if I zoom into it, I'll get some features. Let them clear. Okay, then again some zoom, so that way we can clearly see some sort of features over here. The purple color line which is having dots inside, the red color line which is showing a road. These black color irregular lines are showing seasonal rivers, and these brown color lines are there. These are showing the relief features or the contour lines. These are known as a contour lines. In between, there is some figure. So here it is. You can say 700. Here also 700. That means this 700-meter height is along this line everywhere. Okay. So as you move away from this place to this place, the height will increase, and as you move away from this place to that side, then the elevation will be less. So here again you will have values like 720, 740, 760, like, because the contour interval here it is mentioned is a 20-meter, and as you move away from this line to the downwards, it will be 680, 660, 640 likewise. Okay, so here you can see the structure of these contour lines. These two contour lines are having very large distance comparative to these two, because it is having a relief like a steep slope, and here it is a slope like a gentle. Okay, so these contour lines are there in a topographical maps only, not in any other case. Okay, so that thing you should understand. Okay, next we'll move further. The cadastral map does not having contour lines. And what does it is? It is a comprehensive register of the detailed real property of an area. This includes the precise location, dimensions, and other geographical classifications of property and individual parcels of land. Okay, so here you can see individual parcels of lands, their numbers, their geographical coordinations, their dimensions, precise location you can have in these kind of maps. Cadastral mapping is done from hard copies of the administrative map, which specifies the details of each plot. We can see here plot, roads, railways, these are cultural features, water bodies, vegetation, these are physical features. So here you can say in topographical map as well as in cadastral map, both the features are showing physical as well as cultural features. Physical features means natural features, and cultural means the man-made features like railways, roadways, plots, etc. Cadastral mapping leads to effective management of public and records. The cadastral maps are linked with the backend database which has details of each plot and their attributes. So here it is the big difference between these two. What is about the topographical map? It is having a contour lines, whereas in cadastral map, it, these maps are linked with the backend database which has the details of each plot and their attributes. Okay, wherever you can use the topographical map in soft copy as well as hard copy, but it has no connection with the backend dataset. But in cadastral map, if you are using a soft copy on the PC, it has a backend connection. Okay, example I'll give you over here. You are using a Google map in your mobile phone. This is the one kind of a cadastral map where you can zoom in, zoom out, you can get the directions, you can, if you avail, you can get the plot numbers, roads, railway lines, water bodies, vegetation, these things are also there, and it has a connection with the Google server as well. Okay, so that is the thing, and that is the difference between these two. Okay, I'll give you one example of cadastral map over here also. If you type a cadastral map in Google, go to the image, you will have plenty of images over here. I'll just zoomed it this one, and you can see here there are some polygons with the numbers. These polygons are the actual land parcels, and these numbers are showing the number of that particular land parcel. Okay, which is given by administration of that particular area. Okay, so the topographical maps are prepared by SOI, Survey of India, whereas the cadastral maps can be prepared by any kind of agency like MRSAC, NRC, ISRO, etc. Okay, now we'll move further for the second question, that is uses of map. The last slide of the notes which I have provided you, many of the students don't understand the measurement of distance, direction and area. So first of all, I would like to tell you measurement of distance and area will think about later on, but we'll take emphasis on direction, how to measure the direction on that using a map. Okay, this map I have been provided you in the notes. Okay, so this north is having here, correct? Okay, so we are having a north is here, but on the ground we don't know where is the north. Instead we have to use a magnetic compass for that. Okay, but here we are measuring the direction, measuring the degrees, not to get the exact direction. Okay, but using map we are having, this is the north, here it is 0, that means 360 is also there. Okay, for example, if we assume that Beed district is at the center of the Maharashtra, and we consider Jalgaon is at the north. Okay, as we move away from this place 90-degree towards here, that means east side, we are having Nanded district, correct? Again more 90-degree clockwise, we are having Solapur district. Again we move 90-degree clockwise, we are having Pune district. Okay, so that way you can get the directions. Okay, so you can say at the Beed district, Jalgaon is at the north side, Nanded is at the east side, Solapur is at the south side, and Pune is at the west side. So here you can measure the degrees and you can get the directions. Okay, so that is the usefulness of measurement of directions over here. Secondly, measurement of distance and measurement of area. Okay, initially uh, anyone can measure the distance from using map using a thread. Okay, how to use the thread, I'll explain. Again, we are going to here on this topo sheet. Okay, take one thread, put the one end of the thread over here and plot it against this line. Okay, parallel to this line up to wherever you want to measure, so up to this point. Okay, the curve should be understand. Okay, we should not make straight it like this way, यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक we should not make like this, but we need to follow the line path using a thread. Okay, and then we straighten the thread, measure the distance of that thread, length of that thread, how much is the length, and we calculate using a scale. Then we'll get the distance from this point to this point followed by this path, correct? Okay, so that is a traditional method, that is a time consuming method. Okay, same way we are having another method to calculate the area of the particular this area. Okay, so how to get the area from using this topo sheet? I have a graph paper. Okay, once I have a graph paper, I'll put it behind the topo sheet and I'll mark, suppose this kind of triangle, this green color ka baseline and these two uh, adjacent lines to make a triangle. This kind of triangle I can make and plot it on the graph paper. And once I have removed the topo sheet, I'll get this triangle on the graph paper and I'll measure the squares on it. Okay, once I have measured the squares on it, I will apply the scale which is provided by the topo sheet, and then I will get the area of that particular triangle or this kind of area. Okay, but again this is very time consuming and traditional method. So how to get the distance and area using software, I'll explain it here. This is one of the software which is known as the ArcMap. Okay, actually it is very heavy software. Okay, so this is the map, topo sheet map, and I have this kind of a polygon for area, and here it is. I am having a length line. I'll change the color of it so it will be visible to you. Okay, I'll make it in a red color and increase the size. Okay, so here you can say again I'll change the color because this is a looking similar color actually. So I'll take yellow color over here. So you can see this yellow line. Okay, this is a road line. If I go into the attribute table of this particular area or this line, okay, I will get the length of that particular line. See, length is 3.3737 kilometers. Okay, I have just calculated it, but for the purpose I'll draw another line. Okay, and then we'll measure the distance of any sort of thing. Okay, then click on line, and suppose from this point to this point, what should be the length? Okay, then again we'll go here. Here it is not mentioned anything, so we'll go here, calculate geometry, length in meters it is giving. We wanted it kilometers, so okay, so here it is 4.43 kilometers of the length. So it is very easy by software to get the length of any particular distance on a map or topo sheet. Here you can use the cadastral map, any sort of map at the background. Here I am using topographical map. Okay, so now we'll move further again to this land parcel, that is the area. Okay, I'll make it hollow and background make it clear. Okay, and then we'll move selection. So this orange color line, or I'll make it more darker, so that way you can easily get. Okay, so this purple color border is showing the boundary of Bhor village. Okay, so how much is the area of that? Again we can go to the attribute table. Here it is the area 1.22587 square kilometer, that is the area. Okay, so for the again we can go here, take a polygon, take one example for it. I'll just calculate a random polygon here. Okay, and then again going to the attribute table, nothing has been shown. Then go to the calculate geometry, area square kilometer, say okay, it is a 3.142901 square kilometer. Okay, so this is also a very good technique using different kinds of software. Here it is the ArcMap, which is a very heavy software. There are plenty of softwares to get the distance, area on that particular map. Here you need to consider first at the back end, at the background, we should have some sort of map with a proper scale, and then we can apply this scale to these lines or polygons everywhere, which is not possible in earlier traditional method, because we need to always consider the scale factor. Okay, once I have put the scale for this map, background map, topographical map, no need to put the scale for this polygon, these lines, nowhere. It will automatically grasp the scale factor from this background map. That is the compatibility of the software. Okay, it is not happening with the traditional method. We have to consider all the times scale factor as well as all the factors regarding that. Okay, so I hope I have solved most of your queries: distance, direction, and area, and difference between topographical map and cadastral maps. Okay, thank you.